For you guys regarding Hasan. First of all, I want to thank everyone for watching the content nuke and enjoying it. And I'm glad to see that a lot of people have really resonated with the message. One of those people, unfortunately, is not Hasan Piker, who has continued to spread Hamas propaganda and even elevated his brazenness. Take, for example, the tragic story of the Bibas family. The dad, 2 kids, and the mom were all taken hostage on October 7th. After the grandparents were murdered in their home. The children, 8 months and 3 years old, was kidnapped with their mom, and the dad was kidnapped separately. Hamas murdered the children and their mom in captivity, and recently just returned their corpses to Israel. Let's take a look at how Hasan reacted to this tragic update.
As music blares, Hamas fighters carry the coffins of 4 dead Israeli hostages. 2 of them children, the youngest to have been abducted on October the 7th. On stage, an offensive propaganda message blaming Prime...
Offensive propaganda message? Offensive propaganda message? Offensive propaganda message?
Hasan has it in his heart somehow to laugh at the coffins of 2 slain children at the hands of a violent terrorist organization. According to the forensic experts, the children were strangled to death, murdered at the hands of Hamas, likely because they didn't know how to take care of 2 young kids in captivity for 2 years. So instead of taking care of them, they chose to murder them.
The war criminal Netanyahu and his Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes. What are we doing? There is no lie here. This is correct. The fuck?
Hasan wants us to believe that the only thing wrong with this is that they called him a Nazi, right? Obviously, it's the way that they're parading around this family of these murdered children, these innocent children. Can he really not see the tastelessness in this? The disrespect? Take a look at his chat. It's no better. The truth is offensive. Hamas has the best fits. To the slain Israeli family, rip bozo. How do I get that poster? They snapped on that. That mural kicks ass. Dude, it was a family. Correction, settlers. Implying that
settler
children born in
babies
Israel deserve to be slaughtered. Quote, their home? Lol. It is their home. They were born there. Whose home are they in again? Their home? Yes, it's their home. They were born there. The mom was an IDF spy. They were not civilians, and they used their kids as human shields. I really don't even know what to say about that one. I might call this person schizophrenic, but I'm afraid this is just what happens to your brain when you watch Hasan for too long. Hamas is fucking based, and I'm tired of people pretending they're not. Again, this is just a few examples from the 30 seconds preceding Hasan's statement. I'll let the chat run for you at the end of the video, and you can take your time to read through it to see just how vile it is. You'll notice that there is overwhelming support for the propaganda for Hamas and zero respect shown for the dead children. Notice here, however, that one person says defended Hasan. Watch how quickly this gets moderated out of his chat.
Yeah, including Guardian, BBC, and other Western...
There it is. It's gone.
got him.
Hasan claims he has no control.
That person was sniped in 8K by an authentically homemade, home manufactured, pristine, legendary condition, purple drops, stat track, 360 no scope, Palestinian sniper rifle. These ones?
2 rooms here that we'll see. This one, we can actually see...
Oh, he's going through about how absolutely real this video is.
Over how his chat is moderated, apparently. Yet, 90% of it is people celebrating the death of these kids. And the one person that has even the slightest bit of pushback is immediately moderated. After laughing over the corpses of slain children, Hasan continues to guzzle Hamas propaganda, and this reaction that I can only describe as nauseating. Take a look.
Now let's take a look at how the hostages were released. I wonder if Western media will actually show the release videos, because there was some interesting sites that were disconcerting for the Israeli state and their project overall, but let's see.
Omer was among 6 released by Hamas in Gaza this morning. The 6 are the last living hostages to be returned in this ceasefire's first phase. The 22-year-old was paraded on stage. He'd been kidnapped from a music festival, and yet remarkably, he kissed 2 of the men who had been...
Wait, have you seen Tom Bilyeu lose his mind? No, wait, what happened? Oh, true. Can we get some clappers in chat? Now that the fighting is done, Hamas found all their military uniforms. Hooray! Hey, there we go. There we go. Nice. Good job.
I hope he said no homo after, bro. Straight up. Hey, Hasan, please give us your take. I mean, it's the same as the dudes who fucking dapped up the Hamas dudes. The dudes who dapped them up in the first ceasefire, do you not remember? And everybody freaked the fuck out about it. And they were like, oh, they must be drugged. Hamas is giving them drugs. And that's why they're dabbing them up. Hamas gave them the drugs that make you dab up Hamas. It turns out that there is a new, even scarier drug out there that Hamas has in their hands. It's called the drug that makes you kiss Hamas.
I wonder if he's scared when he goes outside. He should be. Like, if you want to do super radical, like, pro-terrorist propaganda or whatever, I think that's fine. But, like, at the very least, you should, like, be watching your back. That's just crazy to me. Like, that's some shit that I would say fully expecting to get my fucking ass whipped if I got caught by the wrong people outside saying shit like this. Whew. Whew. There's no way he genuinely believes this. What makes someone say shit like this? It's all, you just have to, like, it's a different frame of mind. It's all propaganda. When you're thinking from a propaganda perspective, you're just thinking of, like, what plays into my narrative the best, and then this is what does, and then you just kind of go from there. That's it. There's not like actually, there's not like factual analysis done, right?
It's called the drug that makes you kiss Hamas.
That drug is called a gun to your head. And it's so painfully obvious of a concept, I feel nauseated even having to say it. Here you can see the head propagandist giving the hostage instructions. The hostage looks to his side to make sure he understands. Then the propagandist leans in to explain the strategy to the two terrorists on his left. And right on cue, the hostage leans in to kiss not one, but the two of them. It's clear to anyone with a functioning brain that this was not done out of affection for his captors. Of course, we don't need to even look at the footage, just ask the hostage what he thought. Here's the hostage who was kissing him on the head. In Hebrew, it says, "I had no choice, the dogs made me do it." Hasan thought this was...
What? Prove it. Where's the proof? Does he have a video of that? Of the terrorists actually not giving them the high five and kiss drugs?
Such a great point. He even took to his Discord to share his thoughts. First, they had the drug that makes you...
Tom was watching some guy say the Baltics need to stop their Russophobia. Like, they have no reason for it, and totally agree. Wait, link me, what?
Dab Hamas. He even took to his Discord to share his thoughts. First, they had the drug that makes you dab Hamas. Now they have one that makes you kiss Hamas. I'm losing my mind. I don't know who else to share this info with. A good place to start would be a therapist. The next best place would maybe be the NSA. More excerpts from the hostages say that they were forced to drink seawater, that they were giving rotten food, and that they were held in cages. Or, as Hasan likes to call it, hospitality. What gracious hosts they are.
Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
Well, I'm happy that the content nuke was able to make its way around and really influence people's thoughts on the matter. I am disheartened to see that Hasan is still spreading without any care in the world.
I had on the stream, so you may have moved on, but you don't think there's a good way to spam the link to the video you're watching at any given moment. I mean, technologically, it might be possible to set something up like that, but I mean, you can literally just see the title of the video and the channel on my stream, no? Like,
disgusting, violent, anti-Semitic Hamas propaganda that dehumanizes Israelis and delegitimizes their suffering. As I said in the content nuke, we must always keep the plight of the Palestinians at the front of our mind. The point that I've made that is consistently lost on Hasan is that we have to care about everyone. You have to show empathy for both sides. You can't laugh over the coffins of slain Israeli children because they're Israeli. Peace has never felt further away when people like Hasan are turning people against each other, fomenting hate, disinformation, while supporting radical, reactionary, terrorist organizations. Peace happens when both sides see each other as human, recognize the humanity in each other. That's when we come together and find peace. Hasan is doing the opposite. During this war, Hasan has poisoned the minds of many young people with the idea that Israelis are evil, that they are all valid military targets, that the babies are settlers. And this is the result: laughing over the coffins of slain children, unable to spare a mote of dust of empathy for innocents that were killed in Israel. And just like a radical extremist in Israel that says all Palestinians are valid military targets, which I would condemn a million times, and I cry and my heart bleeds for all the innocents that are dying in Gaza. Why can't you do the same?
Wow. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's people are like siloed off into such insane echo chambers. It would be so fun. It'll never happen. Maybe that needs to be my next. Like the dream is to figure out how do you trap somebody and force them to have like a 1 hour reckoning with the insanely crazy shit that they say. Omer, the hostage, literally told his mother Hamas made them kiss that terrorist just as soon as he got back to Israel. Yeah, I'm assuming that was the Hebrew text he was reading. I'm sorry, the Jewish text. I saw Brianna arguing. I don't know why, but she's like, I don't want to say like a massive Israel simp, because people call me a massive Israel simp. But let me see if I can find this. I'm too lazy to look. Jesus, she tweets so much. Holy fuck. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to find this. She was arguing with some guy, and some guy was like, actually, they outlawed child marriage in Palestine. And it's like, in Palestine, they outlawed. What do these three words mean? When you say outlawed, like one set of laws that governs both the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, when you say they, do you mean the Palestinian Authority and Hamas, or one or the other? And when you say Palestine, are you referring to which part, or all of it? I was reading the guy's message. He had a strong stance on this, but he was like fucking retarded. I was like, "What? You don't know anything about this? Why are you saying anything? What the fuck?"